So a new documentary series was announced on Netflix about Egypt's most famous queen Cleopatra, and people were, let's say, confused. The producer Jada Pinkett Smith said that this was going to be a new docu-series exploring the life of iconic African Queen Cleopatra. But this is what the people are confused about. Please look at the poster. Does that look like a Greek woman to you? Whatever you're thinking, you're wrong. The entire history is wrong, because now apparently Cleopatra is an African black queen. I thought we all knew Queen Cleopatra was Macedonian with very traditional Greek features. But no, we were all dreaming she's African. She's black. She's a Netflix documentary. Remember that this is not a fictional reimagining of Queen Cleopatra. It is documentary. They are rewriting history. She wasn't African. She wasn't black. Egypt is in Africa, but she wasn't of African descent. Let's watch the trailer because I really want to watch again.
There was a time long ago when women ruled with unparalleled power as warriors, queens, mothers of nations. And there is none among them more iconic than Cleopatra.
I would die for Egypt.
Fine, I'll give them this. The trailer is fiery and the characters look badass. I really love it.
What would you die for? I am Isis. I am a god.
As long as she's alive, she is the pharaoh.
My father's will names me co-ruler of Egypt.
Julius Caesar is aware that Cleopatra is one of the best educated women in the Mediterranean.
He wants to be king to Cleopatra's queen.
There is no future without the past.
She was using these relationships with Mark Antony to protect herself and her country.
There is no Rome without Egypt.
Cleopatra was trying to save the country that she loved from destruction.
I did what I had to do to protect what is mine.
This is a woman exercising power.
Cleopatra was a Ptolemaic ruler. The very first Ptolemy is a general of Alexander the Great.
It's possible that she was an Egyptian.
I imagine her to have curly hair like me and a similar skin color.
I remember my grandmother saying to me, I don't care what they tell you in school, Cleopatra was black.
Oh, I see now. This woman's grandmother knew Cleopatra, so this must be why they turned her black. A documentary where the source is literally my mom said. I love how she says my grandmother told me, as if Cleopatra was alive 100 years ago when her grandmother was around. Saying Cleopatra is black is like saying Jada Pinkett Smith is a loving wife. They changed her entire race as if it's some sort of cartoon. This is real life, my guy. The fuck? They weren't just casting black actresses. They were straight up implying that she was black.
Saying to me, I don't care what they tell you in school, Cleopatra was black.
But hey, sure, let's rewrite history to please everyone. And because we're so woke, I don't think Netflix cares about history. They care more about rewriting it. And this just sums up race swapping in movies. It's like Netflix and Jada are saying that she's not good enough. No, she'll be good enough when she's some black African warrior. And a lot of this comes from the idea of Afrocentrism, which a lot of people are talking about on Twitter. Because this docu-series have the idea that black people were the original Egyptians, you know most of the problems this docu is facing is because it was labeled and advertised as a documentary. And there are people who are gonna watch this and absorb the info as facts. Even the director said that choosing a black woman to play Cleopatra was a political act. But don't dress up your documentary as fact. Cleopatra is a very important historical figure. She was ethnically Greek, descended from Alexander the Great's general Ptolemy I Soter. While Cleopatra was born in Egypt, she traced her family origins to Macedonian Greece and Ptolemy I Soter, one of Alexander the Great's generals. All in all, she wasn't African nor black. You know full well that this is a vain self-interest of Jada Pinkett Smith seeing herself as Cleopatra. So many African queens and kingdoms to explore, and they chose to make Cleopatra African black woman interesting. This reminds me of something.
You wanna see 'em dancing,
You can't.
Race swapping the Little Mermaid was okay because she's fictional, not a real person. But race swapping a real person? Really? You have all the countries and queens in the world to choose from, and you pick the one person who's not even black to be your symbol of black power. I swear Jada likes putting herself in those positions. Maybe it's a kink. And then the actress starts attacking people on Twitter. Just FYI, this king of behavior won't be accepted on my account. You will be blocked without hesitation. If you don't like the casting, don't watch the show or do and engage in expert opinion different too. Yours, either way, I'm gassed and will continue to be. Well, you see, the problem here is not with the casting. And of course, they refuse to understand and get the idea that race swapping a real person is the problem. They don't want to accept that because they're right no matter what. Honestly, at this point, I'll go read a history book instead of watching. And of course, Jada Pinkett Smith wants to create history, whether one exists or not. Now wait, I have to tell you one more thing. Apparently, the reason Jada wanted to do this as a documentary rather than a narrative is because narratives, well, sometimes you want to take creative license and stretch ideas for a bit, whereas she really wants to stick to the historical facts of each woman involved, adding that she wanted to be educated, which proves you never were. That's all, folks. If you enjoyed the video, please like and subscribe. Thanks for watching.